and the shooting takes game one. Right now, the Miami Heat just won 123 to 117 to take game one in TD Garden behind a 35.7 rebound, 5 assists, and 6 steal night from Jimmy Butler. And they completely played this game perfectly to get this win. Obviously, they need to play perfect, at least get one in TD Garden, and that's what they did. So today, we're going to look at what the Miami Heat did and give some praise to each parts of this team to show just what they did to actually take this game, the in-game adjustments, and overall just high level of play coming from everybody. But before I get started, hi, I'm FLB, and great news, we've been streaming on this channel consistently. Last night we did a reaction to the Boston Celtics versus the Miami Heat, and if you guys want to join those, it's right after every single game. Last night we had our best one with a peak of 26 people in there, and I'd love for you guys to join in. I bring up people to talk about, see what they feel, what they saw in the game. So if you guys want to do that, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you here. So if we're gonna start this, we gotta give praise to Jimmy Butler tonight. 35.7 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 steals. Overall, very dominant performance. He was 12 for 25 from the field and 2 for 4 from 3. One of those being the pull-up 3, same pull-up 3 that he missed last year. That bounced in this time, which is kind of hilarious. But Jimmy Butler absolutely played amazing today, and down the stretch he was grabbing everything out the passing lanes. Now, he didn't shoot as efficiently. He put on a jumper clinic, but there are certain times where Boston was giving him a little bit of trouble, and Robert Williams was protecting the rim kind of well. So there are certain shots he did miss at the rim, but he was relentless tonight. He was consistently going to shoot. He was consistently going to take it towards the defense, and he was consistently breaking them down and getting open shots for other guys, just like Jimmy Butler does. And he was playing high-level defense on the other end. A typical playoff Jimmy game. It's crazy to think that 35 points is what you expect from him now in the playoffs with how well he's playing, but it's absolutely amazing seeing what he's doing for this team. And his co-star right there, Bam Adebayo, had just the same amazing performance. Tonight he only shot 13 times, and he didn't even feel like he only took 13 shots. 20 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and Bam is such an important role on this team that a lot of Heat fans complain that he's not an alpha or he's not giving you consistent scoring. But you just have to sit there and realize just how much he's doing for this team. I don't think I've seen anybody else with this much responsibility on a team, whether it's you need to switch on the perimeter onto defense, you need to get back to the rim to block out and rebound, you need to also be a playmaker on the offensive end, you need to be able to score on the offensive end, and you need to be a hub for our entire offense on dribble handoffs also. It's a lot of responsibility for this man, and he does it all in a given night in and night out. Maybe one time he misses a beat, whether it's offensively, and we kill him for it. But tonight he was basically a band-aid on a lot of issues for the Heat. First half, Boston was getting to the rim at will. Guess what? Okay, go into zone, bam, come up, you're at the nail now. No more driving lanes to the rim. Jaylen Brown is picking up a little bit of heat and cut the Heat lead. Bam, okay, you're now on him, kill that. Okay, guess what? Marcus Smart getting too many open passing lanes because he looks like freaking Steve Nash in the first half. Bam, let's clog these passing lanes. Cool. Now all those passing lanes are gone. Robert Williams attacking the offensive line, getting open alley-oops. Okay, Bam, take a tiny step back. Cool. Now that's gone. Every single defensive problem that we had tonight, Bam just stepped in and completely null and voided every single one of those. And it's absolutely amazing that we have him on this team, to actually have him in those situations, to completely take teams out of games by just simple adjustments. And just that's how good and portable he is in almost every single scheme for this team. Now, obviously, there's certain things also have to go right other than Bam and Jimmy playing great. The entire team needs to step up, and our role players just did that. Kevin Love, Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, Kyle Lowry, Caleb Martin. Every single one of them shot above 50% today, and every single one of them also shot above 40% from 3. Every one of them shot above 50% except for Caleb, that shot 42.9%, and he took the most threes out of everybody because he was the one that was most open. But we shot 16 of 31, 51% from 3 tonight, and our 3-point shooting comes back to bite other teams. And again, I see a lot of people using the excuse that the Miami Heat were 27th ranked team in 3-point percentage in the regular season, but people also forget that the moment we picked up Kevin Love in the second half of the season, we were top 10. We were shooting around 36-37% for the entire second half and the first round. Really, in the past 3 months, the only outlier series where we shot bad was that Knicks series. It was the only one that really was an outlier versus everything else. Now, shooting 50% or shooting 45% like we did against Milwaukee, that's just on a heater of a really good shooting team. But this Miami Heat team can just consistently give you 36 to 40% from 3. And that was a large problem for the Heat last year, where they were number 1 in 3-point percentage. But the moment we played Boston, almost every single player forgot how to shoot. This year, I don't think that will be a problem. A lot of these guys have a lot more experience. and we were getting some pretty clean looks. That's the thing. Boston defense was very, very uncharacteristically bad for this, but I don't know how they can fix that with Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler breaking down their team consistently like this. I also want to give a shout out to Kyle Lowry and Caleb Martin coming off the bench and giving us 30 points by themselves, both of them having 15. Caleb has gotten so much better at reading closeouts and attacking the rim, and sometimes even collapsing the defense and passing out to guys. He is a bargain contract like no other. It's absolutely amazing seeing what he's doing with the amount of skill level he has. Give a huge shout out to Gabe Vincent too, and the fact that there's a huge question mark if can he be an offensive threat for this team, because he did take some regression in that Knicks series, but everybody did. And he showed up today, hitting shots consistently, playing great defense. And even though in the first half he was part of the reason why Boston was getting to rim at will, he cleaned that up in the second half and was really able to either draw some fouls or wall up and at least give guys some headaches and force Boston to at least shoot over him. And a couple of times they really made some mistakes there. And also give it to our fourth quarter defense, forcing 3 turnovers on Jason Tatum. Really also, they were playing up on those pull-up three from Jason Tatum, really forcing him to pass and forcing him to play in the mid-range, some plays that he normally is not great in, and forcing him to pass. An absolutely great defensive performance from this Miami Heat team on him. Even though he had 30 points tonight on 9 of 17 shooting, you felt like he was really taken out of the game. But next game, Jason Tatum, I don't know what you expect from him, because when he has down offensive performances, you see him come back and play well. So maybe you see a pretty good offensive performance while he's also locked in on defense this game. So the Miami Heat need to come with this type of regression. Now, a lot of people are saying that everything had to go right for the Heat to win this game. And while I do agree that the shooting had to be right, Jimmy had to play nuclear, and Bam had to be almost instantly amazing on the offensive end, I will say that Boston still had a pretty good offensive night, simply because in the first half, Miami didn't want to shut off or had trouble shutting off the pipe for them going to the rim. Now, if Miami plays with that type of defensive intensity and that type of defensive discipline going to game 2 from the jump, I don't think Boston's even able to get to 116 points. And I don't think Miami needs to consistently get to 123 to win these games. We don't need to consistently shoot 50% from 3. I think consistently a 113 would be enough. And as long as we're able to muck it up and force Boston in mistakes, we can definitely win this game, keep them to around a 110 mark, and win these close games, because this team is not used to playing in the close quarters, unlike the Miami Heat, who are about to break the NBA record in clutch games this season. Now, another adjustment, I want Cody just doesn't fit this series. He doesn't have the feet in the pick and roll. While he is the size that we need sometimes, if Boston's going to play that double big lineup and Robert Williams goes to the bench, Haywood Highsmith will be the one coming on to at least give some defense. He has relatively the size, the wingspan, and the strength to at least keep Al Horford from backing him down, at least until help gets there, and force Al Horford to make a decision. He's shown multiple times that he's one of the few guys that we can consistently put on Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown to stay in front of them and play some great defense. And I think he's the guy that you need to put in those situations. Right now, Cody really can't guard the pick and roll. He can't switch on the perimeter, and he was getting killed on the glass even with Robert Williams out. He just doesn't fit really well anywhere. And we were in -6, but he felt like we were in -20. We were a +18 with Bam on the floor. That shows the stark difference with him and Bam off the floor. Another thing is, Bam needs to consistently be playing 40 minutes. He can't be playing 36. This is a series where he needs to consistently be getting 40 minutes per game, or else we will not survive it multiple occasions. And I think that's another reason why Boston was even able to get to 116. The simple fact that Bam was not playing stark minutes. If he was playing 40 like Jimmy did, I think Boston probably doesn't even get to 110 with how he was playing defense, how he was shutting them off. But let me know you guys think in the comment section down below. What else adjustments do you think that Miami can make? Do you think Boston makes some really stark adjustments? Like I said, I wasn't moved by anything I saw from them in the second half of the season. And the first round proved that this team has some problems. In the second round, where they should have lost, but Philly just sucks. Yeah, this team definitely has some issues that they're going to need to work out. And I just don't see this team as good as last year. Yes, their talent level probably is a little bit higher, but overall, their coach isn't that great. Not calling a timeout when the Heat had a 46-point third quarter is awful. So I just don't know what Boston can do to really, I guess, put a stamp on the series like they did last year, which is why I have the Heat in 6. Now, with that being said, again, we stream after every single game, and we're going to be double upload. We're going to be but we are going to be daily uploading on the channel, whether it's a Nuggets Lakers video or a Celtics Heat video. And we're streaming after every single night. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when we're streaming. I will be putting on the community page every single time we're streaming. But that being said, this stuff I'll be, that's my time, and I'm out.